Hello, good morning. This time we will talk about life before and during the pandemic caused by COVID-19. This evidence is being made by my partner Aldeiro Ojeda Ramos and me, Michael Kevin Olvera Zavala. So we do more feeling. Let's start! Before the arrival of COVID-19, our life was very different in all aspects. We could all eat in the street, and the tacos and or a restaurant without problems. Before we could eat any time whatever food, which today cannot be done due to the risk of contagion. It was very common for my friends and I to go to eat tacos carnitas, and where it was a not very clean place, but only one person had diarrhea and the others did not. This is an example that before we could add things even if we do not know if they are clean or not we must take care of those aspects. Today, we can no longer eat on the street or near any establishments due to the fear of contagion, which was very normal before. Going to eat tacos with my friends is too much missed. That's another thing that took away the COVID. Before the quarantine, it was very common to go to the supermarket as many times as we wanted and as much as we wanted. But since they began, certain things began to end fast, and others we only had to take two bottles per family. This had never been done before, had seen. This aspect is the one that hurt us the most, perhaps, and it is the face-to-face classes. The fun of school was that going to school, seeing your friends, eating one team, going to parties every Friday. It was even missed in the super tight combi. All those things are missing too. Some work at home to continue working normally in the middle of a pandemic, as well that not very good. This is another aspect that we miss a lot, that of going out with your friends. Before it was very normal place for us to go out with your friends to a very crowded place, be it going to the movies, going out to eat, going to a party. Anyway, we miss seeing all your friends that way much to seeing them on a video call. Before we could go to concerts, to places where there were many people without any problem, which nowadays we are not required to wear face masks or masks. Before the store could be full of people, and today they only admit 30% of their capacity. Before we could go to visit our uncles, grandparents, and relatives without any problem. Today we cannot, since the fact of going to see them will runs the risks of getting infected and making them sick. The funniest thing to be near them is calling them. Another thing that changed your lives was the fact concerning our partner. Before they could see each other without any problem in any place, something that with a pandemic we stopped doing to be able to take care of each other and his family. The pandemic changed the lives of our people a lot. Some may not have changed at all, but personally, I take away their family members. I take away moments of fun with my friends. I take away living the university as I wanted. But the important thing is not to be sad about these things, as we hope this will come down soon. Now, my partner Aldair goes that he talk up to us about life during the pandemic in depth.
Hello, teacher. I will continue with our presentation during the pandemic about eating in or out. Okay, during the pandemic, we have limit ourselves in many aspects, such as in the case of food consumption, because now we try to disinfect everything before it is consumed. Since that is means by which COVID-19 can be contracted and it affects our health notoriously. And points important are: first, we now eat at home for hygiene. Second, we are constantly disinfecting foods. Third, we do not consume food and beverage that have been exposed to the elements. About city living, and now in this pandemic, we have learned to live with enough and not to go out of the house or for unimportant things vital for survival. Since by not taking this measure into consideration, we can be carriers of this virus and infect more people, such as close relatives. And a way is better because now we should be more aware of our actions. So that is why we should all need these health measures to take care of ourselves and end this pandemic sooner. And in points important are: we all go first. We all go out to the basic tents with a mask for hygiene safety. Second, we no longer go out to social centers because of the sanitary measures imposed. Third point, now we all try not to go out of this house unless necessary. Also, in activities you can do, in addition to the fact that the pandemic has changed our lives, in this new normality, we have been able to reflect and carry out new activities that have allowed us to adapt to these times. So, those activities that take us away from technology, that we can be in contact in one way or another with friends and family, make this normality not so overwhelming, and we can enjoy little things as well as appreciate even more many activities that we used to do without realizing it. And in points important are: first, we can take care of ourselves with sanitary measures from home. Second, we can even have more good habits such as taking care of our mental health. Third, we can also keep in touch with friends and family through technology. Okay, and now in advice, some tips that couldn't help us a lot could be enjoying the company of friends, and this can be done through calls and chats. We should also do more physical activity as it helps our body and health by generating good habits in ourselves. And finally, we can continue with our daily activities to move forward. In points important are: keep wearing the mask and health wherever we go. Second, go out only to necessary places for food, not parties. Third, not feeling lonely about quarantine. 4. Enjoy the company of the family at the distance. 5. Being in constant movement to avoid problems such as depressions or anxiety. 6. Continue to purpose studies and jobs. Well, in conclusion, how it has been mentioned in this video, living in this situation is not easy, but taking tips and the right measures, we can adapt quite well for it. Anyway, this will be our final project, and thank you very much, teacher. Take care of yourself.